Running that second lane. Down here in 3 and 4 over the bump is where it gets really, really hairy.
And Briscoe looking to the inside of Busher already. They were 3 wide for a moment as Busher moves up, takes one. He may take another spot from teammate Denny Hamlin. Briscoe trying for third. Kyle Busch was with him all the way to the entrance of the corner, but drifted back a couple of car lengths.
Yeah, and Kyle Busch had a great qualifying run as you see Briscoe on the inside of Denny Hamlin right here. Ran side by side through turns 1 and 2, able to keep that throttle down and get that position on the 11. Be an interesting day, Clint, to see if that A car can stick around at the front of this pack. We haven't had all the talk about the crew chief change and everything that Kyle Busch has going on.
That's right. The new enthusiasm, right? New crew chief with Andy Street made the change on the 8 car. Already seen some results, a new enthusiasm, new shot in the arm with a good qualifying effort. But to your point, can they hold on to this with a good finish? 8th, 9th, 10th, Reddick, Gibbs, Bowman. That Kyle has run this season on a non-drafting track. He turned 41 yesterday. New crew chief Andy Street had been up on the pit box with crew chief Jim Pullman the last few weeks, but RCR leadership decided the results, even though Kyle got his first top 10 of the season last week, that wasn't what they were looking for and made the change.
How about Denny Hamlin real quick? On the move with the 11 car. No surprise.
Carson Hocevar, last week's winner, this week's pole sitter, and he's led every one of the 10 laps so far.
I've been up, I've been down, take my word, my way
on the pole, but lost the lead on pit road and never led again in that race. Kyle Busch has moved up to 4th, Chris Buescher to 5th, and Christopher Bell to 6th.
They were running him down a 1/10 and a half to 2.5 tenths a lap. But look, that's how the mirror driving and how you take that air off of them. He crossed that wake. Briscoe crossed the wake of that car in front of him. The front end took off, and
that was just a mistake on Briscoe's part. I think he ran up on him so fast that he didn't expect to run up on him as quick as he did, and then he got in that wake closer than he wanted instead of timing the pass up off the corner.
But look what the result. That's exactly the opportunity that Denny Hamlin needed. Thank you very much. To the lead. Here we go.
Here is Briscoe's radio.
Got to be prepared for that. I know he left you a lane there, but you got to expect him if he'll speed to come back and close. Don't let him stall your nose so hard like that, especially late exit.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what Larry McReynolds showed you in that cutaway car. It takes all the air off those cars. It's like the front tires come off the ground.
And that's
you have to be ready for it, right, Kev?
That's just a mistake, right? Like you gotta make sure that you know that's. I mean, you gotta anticipate that's going to happen. Can't try to make it all in one chunk, and ultimately it cost him not making the pass.
In that guy.
and Denny Hamlin went by him and cost him the lead.
So Hamlin to the lead, Briscoe now to 2nd, Hocevar drops to 3rd, Kyle Busch holding in 4th. His crew chief Andy Street allowed us to sit in on their team meeting this morning.
All right, guys. Glad we got together today before the race. First off, I want to say thank y'all for welcoming me back into the program. I'm excited about the opportunity. All you guys are first class, and it's the best race team I've ever worked with. Qualifying went exceptionally well. Congrats to all you guys. Good job. That's a testament to all y'all's hard work this week. The race is probably the biggest amount of cautions we'll see in a race today, all year. So be prepared for two-tire strategy. All right, guys. Let's go have a good day.
Well, we certainly appreciate Andy Street letting us sit in on his team meeting this morning. Had a conversation with him on the 8 car of Kyle Busch as well prior to the race, and he said that qualifying effort, as good as it was, gave him a little bit of heartburn. He was worried about getting the delta on where the balance of the car would need to be starting up front because they haven't done that a lot this year. Well, so far for Kyle Busch in the 8 car, that's worked out well, up 2 positions from where he started 6th.
That's right, the 19 was going to stay out a couple more laps, but they started seeing the teammates come in, so Chase Briscoe is a little bit tight, pretty nervous with the rear's air pressure adjustment here, and 4 tires in the 19 car.
Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson in the pit lane, along with Connor Zilic, who was running in 16th.
These early pit stops, easy to make mistakes, Kevin.
Yeah, and that's the thing that you don't want to do here at Texas, especially during these green flag pit stops. You don't want to have a mistake, speeding, something that you have to come back to pit road for.
Riley Herbst, Michael McDowell getting service. This is going to draw the 11 in. That puts pressure on them. Look for him to